Greetings. Yes, I've been thinking a bit about Liu Bei and where we might go from here. When he told us that he had found his purpose, when he decided to part ways with Lord Cao Cao to establish a base of our own, I was happy. If we could spare the people of this troubled world even one source of grief, then we sworn brothers would proudly charge into battle. And yet, he still lacked a solid ambition for us to pursue. He would speak of doing great things for the world, but never decided what those great things would be. But then, after fighting Louis Bu and having that discussion with Lord Cao Cao, something changed. He found some sense of purpose. This could well be the turning point. Will he be able to seize this opportunity to rise? That is why it is more important than ever that we support him, no matter what. That's what I'd like to hear. We must all work together to help him achieve greatness.
We have a report!
What is it?
Cao Cao's forces are advancing on Xiaopei Castle!
How could this be? What about my brothers?
We have received no word. There are rumors that they have fallen to Cao Cao's forces. Please, sir, your orders!
We must defend the castle at all costs. I'm counting on you to help us make it through this. Now
we have them beat in numbers and then bring this castle down around them!
behind me lies Liu Bei's home. I shall defend it with my life if need be. I won't let you or anyone else lay a hand on my brother's stronghold or his family.
The enemy officer
at the castle
has been defeated.
We have to hurry and drive them out. Any who invade
The
our
enemy officer
stronghold
has
will
been
be
defeated.
met with our blades. Good work, everyone. All the foes who entered the castle have fled.
Don't allow the enemy even a shred of hope! Attack them relentlessly!
Damn! How are there still so many of them? I'm counting on you. Let us divide our efforts to halt the enemy's advance. Advance now! As long as I'm here, you won't get through. I don't care how many men you have. Now be gone unless you wish to take my blade.
The enemy
So,
officer has been
This is what
defeated.
Guan Yu is like when he's serious. Facing him head-on may be a difficult feat.
Well, well. This is a great help indeed. Allow us to defend the gate. Now, I would be honored if I could test my skills against you with all my might.
The enemy officer
Retreat.
has been defeated.
Well, I still can.
No letting up! Press the attack!
Let's go.
The enemy will crumble soon enough!
Fast enough.
The enemy
Dare to
officer
come out here
has
alone?
been defeated.
I'll make you regret that decision.
Xiaopei Castle
The
is
enemy
surrounded
officer
by rivers.
has been
Liu
defeated.
Bei's forces will likely be wary of any attempts to flood it. So,
Let's test that theory first.
Start the advance!
So the enemy is after the floodgates. Then they'll have to answer to me.
Now, fear not. Push on through. Onward. Have faith in our victory.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
The enemy's holding up
The
well,
enemy
considering
officer
the difference in
has
strength
been
of our
defeated.
forces. Even so, the resistance cannot last forever.
Or evenly matched. The real battle starts here.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this. Here's the resistance is futile.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Still,
This territory
Cao forces are no joke.
Let's go.
He's still putting up a fight? Well, I suppose I should have expected as much from the famed Guan Yu. Still, he must be getting quite nervous under these circumstances. Let's take advantage of the situation while he's on the back foot.
The enemy officer
formation
has
has
been
changed.
defeated.
Perhaps we could approach the enemy stronghold now. Might be a trap.
This territory
We won't last long at
ours.
this rate. Let us take this chance to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Advance now!
Enemies have invaded the castle! Someone send reinforcements!
Looks like it worked. Now, it's time to put an end to Guan Yu.
Lord Guan Yu, I, Zhang Liao, shall be your opponent. Ready your weapon!
I was more than ready for a trap. I'll cleave my way through.
The enemy
Bring us
officer
that much closer
has
to
been
victory.
defeated.
With this, we have put Guan Yu in check. Now is our chance to take Xiaopei Castle. Shall we initiate
The enemy officer has been defeated.
If the castle falls, all of this will be for naught. Still, all we can do now is fight the foes before us. Now, believe in your allies and in our victory to come.
Once we're inside, the castle is ours. Seize it now.
So what am I going to do with you?
And I thought they'd come marching in with a huge army. Does this mean they're nearly done for?
Let's cover some ground!
The enemy officer
Still needed.
has been defeated.
That means I must fall back for now.
I am Li Dian, your absolute worst nightmare. Come to
The
this.
enemy officer
Suppose
has
things
been
aren't going my
defeated.
way today. Maybe next time.
Let's go.
Your efforts truly are impressive, but I cannot lose. For the sake of Lord Cao Cao, I've been waiting for this.
Tested.
The enemy officer
Was that move
has been
intentional
defeated.
or just foolish?
The enemy
I
officer
shall retreat now,
has been defeated.
so that I may fight again another day.
You are foolish for charging ahead like this. If you were under my command, I would have you executed.
The enemy officer
I failed
has
somewhere.
been defeated.
I shall analyze later. For now, I must pull back.
I hope you're ready. If you will, for we cannot allow an isolated enemy to escape.
Such tremendous strength. Yet I will not falter.
I shall put my all into halting your advance. Here and now! Looking rough.
We're going to the enemy officer. Has been defeated.
Time to advance!
The enemy officer has been
My
defeated.
mission is far from complete. Yet I have no choice but to retreat now.
If you will now.
Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
Regrettably, I am ill-equipped for this task. I must retreat. I did not expect.
The enemy
I
officer
have no
has
choice
been defeated.
but to retreat.
Oh, knew there was such a tough guy here. Better back off.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
We've broken through. This is our chance. Let's go. Onward to victory.
Fantastic. You're either reckless or overconfident. But sticking your neck out like this is not the way to go.
You're among their ranks. Now it makes sense why we've had such trouble.
Seem to have gained the upper hand. The tide is turning in our favor. You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
The enemy
I've
officer
had so much
has been
fun,
defeated.
but it seems it's about time for me to withdraw.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go. Take this. Take this. Time to attack. Sorry. I'm going to withdraw. Take this. All my might.
You broke through that encirclement. You really are a dangerous
The enemy
one,
officer
Guan Yu.
has
I'm
been
afraid
defeated.
I'll have to take you down.
Let our strength decide the outcome of this battle. Put in your weapon.
I've been waiting.
Shall not falter you.
So you've come. Sorry, but your help is needed here.
Let's go.
That an officer? You must be kidding!
The enemy
Tides
officer
have turned after we
has been
held such a
defeated.
great advantage. You are careless indeed. Even so, it is futile to struggle against us. You lot have no chance of winning.
All units, assault Xiaopei. You must capture the castle. Post haste.
Now, I won't give in. No matter how many people you throw at me, as long as I draw breath, I go on you to protect this stronghold.
Such spirit.
Lord Guan Yu! The castle has already fallen. Surrender at once!
Never. I shall fight to my last breath.
You would dishonor yourself out of stubborn pride, breaking your vow to your sworn brothers that you would die together, defying your duty to protect that which Liu Bei entrusted to you. Would your honor truly allow that?
I need 3 promises from you. I will surrender to the Emperor, not to Lord Cao Cao. No harm shall come to the family of Liu Bei. And the moment I find my brothers, I shall run to their side.
You have my word. I shall convey your wishes to...
I accept those terms. How outstanding to have a renowned hero such as you on our side. May our acquaintance be long and fruitful.
Ah, there you are.
Lord Cao Cao, I cannot thank you enough for ensuring the safety of Liu Bei's family.
Think nothing of it. More importantly, I have something I want to ask you. Guan Yu, what would you say to an invitation to remain in my service?
What?
Forgive me. It was not my preference to ask him directly. If the proper authority were present, I certainly would have made the request accordingly, but...
I am flattered by the offer, but I will stand by my brother's side for as long as I draw breath.
And what if Liu Bei is no longer of this world?
Lord Cao Cao.
No need to look so grim. I merely asked what if. I will not force you to decide now. Take your time and think it over.
Certainly. He has been incredibly generous and has treated Liu Bei's family well. That is a debt I must repay in full before I leave. But I do not intend to stay here long. I will leave as soon as I know where my brother has gone. No matter how many losses he suffers or how weak he becomes, my brother is the only one that can bring salvation to the victims of our troubled times. I truly believe that.
I never expected you to fall back under my influence. I'm glad to see you, Ziluan. Ever since you joined Liu Bei, I was certain we would never get another chance to meet like this. But now, both you and Guan Yu have fallen right into my hands. I can think of no greater gift. I understand how you feel. As a follower of Liu Bei, you must see me as your sworn enemy. But we have yet to hear of Liu Bei's whereabouts. If you left me now, where would you go? In any case, I see no reason to keep you under guard. I promise you will be treated with all the respect a guest is due. It goes without saying that Liu Bei's family will also be well taken care of. I wouldn't dare disrespect your loyalty to him. Get some rest for now, Ziluan. May your next journey be fruitful. And hopefully, at my side.
Things have gotten so much better around here that you can hardly recognize the place.
I'm just glad we could walk around outside now without having to look over our shoulders.
Yuan Shao's forces gathered around Baima greatly outnumber our own. They must be trying to quash our potential strategies with sheer numbers.
Be that as it may, any commander who would lead such a massive army is bound to let his hubris get the better of them. We must discover and strike at where they have been negligent. The question is how?
Send a small force to ambush them? No. It would be but a momentary diversion against an army that large. Though if we can separate their forces, we may be able to take them down one group at a time.
Separate them how? I doubt Yuan Shao would be easily fooled.
If one wants to catch a catfish sleeping at the bottom of a pond, one must use valuable bait.
Bait?
Very well. I will join the assault. Then even Yuan Shao will panic and send his army.
This town has gotten bigger.
I heard something's about to happen in Guandu, and I do not like the sound of that.
My time has come.
Now go. I will act as bait and lure away their main force. You take a detached force to drive through the gap and relieve Baima Castle.
Those are Cao Cao's forces? Headed for Baima Castle? I have to warn Lord Yin Liang. If
they inform the main force of our position, we will lose the advantage of surprise. Quickly, pursue them!
We will keep the enemy at bay. You must hurry to Lord Yenliang's side. March forward!
The enemy officer is headed for has been defeated. We cannot let this opportunity go to waste. We shall send our troops to target him. Let's go. We march at once!
Their numbers matter not, for I will never falter. With enough wisdom and courage, there is always a path to victory. Let's march!
Choosing solitude on the battlefield. You must be good. Let us fight! Time to act.
Now, begin the assault!
Behold, Allied forces are marching to our aid. This will be enough to break the siege. Stand strong! Our victory is imminent! The enemy officer
our advance
has been defeated.
This leaves us no choice but to cut through their ranks with a frontal assault.
I owe Lord Cao Cao a great debt of gratitude. This battle is my chance to repay it with my blade.
And the one you! Fight me! You think you are still enough?
The strength of Yuan Shao's forces lies in their inexhaustible numbers.
The enemy officer
They seem to be pouring out from the fort in an endless stream. We should first focus our efforts on taking the fort. That will force them to change their strategy.
Now advance!
Lord Cao Cao's removal makes him an excellent decoy. Just look at the size of the force they've sent after him. With this many of their soldiers here, Baima should be relatively unguarded. Our task is to do all that we can to protect Lord Cao Cao.
We shall attack like a surging wave. Make haste with preparations.
All my might!
I'll end this. Go on.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Obliterate you!
Here's the resistance. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Another victim has fallen before me!
Worst has passed. Now we must go on the offensive.
Now taking it for the Genjin? Can't let them cut off our reinforcements. We must reclaim it. All my might! Let's start the advance. Let's start the advance.
The enemy officer has been
The
defeated.
enemy's massive force is beginning to crumble all on its own.
We are providing aid in this battle in accordance with our pledge to the people of the North. However, seeing as Cao Cao is loyal to the Han court, we have no objections to taking his life.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Behold my power!
Cao Cao, you are a snake, guarding the corrupt throne to satisfy your endless avarice. Chaos is
The
stricken
enemy
land,
officer
and the tears of the weak pool at the feet of the Emperor. That is why you must be eliminated. To bring peace.
Do not know who you are or from where you hail. You seem to be driven by a strong conviction.
I can't believe this! The enemy officer has been defeated.
Invested. How can this be?
What? Then Liang has been defeated. Impossible. This cannot be.
The enemy officer
back such a large force. Been defeated. We may be outnumbered, but this battle is far from hopeless.
Send Guangzhou. Attack Yanji and bring me Cao Cao.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Whoa. Looking rough. Our next target will likely be the enemy forces at Yanji. This time, we can send some of our soldiers to the front.
The enemy officer
the river to the north
has been defeated.
and attack the enemy from behind. We must also be prepared to scale the cliffs on the way.
This has been brutal. I don't know how much more I can take.
I'm starting to get fatigued. At this rate.
Did I judge the situation poorly?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I'm afraid I've got no choice but to fall back.
This is the fate of all who oppose me.
Normally, one seeks to overcome their opponent on the battlefield through superior resources. You, on the other hand, depend on your wits and courage. You may be my enemy, but I do admire your will to fight. You might even color me intrigued by it.
His crimson tail feathers dance in the wind as he tears
enemy
across the
officer
battlefield.
has been defeated.
He must be.
Officer has been defeated.
We must find a way to overcome this situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Of the three kingdoms.
I'm falling back. Sorry, I couldn't be more assistance.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Every victory serves to make me that much stronger.
You. Could it be? No, that's not possible.
You appear when you're most needed. That's your talent in itself.
I've been waiting for this.
enemy officer
The sacred
has been defeated.
one. And those eyes. Yes. You must be.
We should stop here to assess the situation. Time is right. We should attack now.
Leave none alive!
All my might. The enemy officer has been defeated.
I need to fall back.
Take this! Time to attack! We shall strike! The enemy officer has been defeated.
The enemy forces at Yanji are greatly diminished.
The enemy
We will
officer
finish them off
has
in
been
one
defeated.
final assault.
The enemy officer has been
I am
defeated.
Wen Zhou, one of Yuan Shao's greatest fighters. Any who believe themselves worthy may test their might against me. Well, you are half bad. So your bravery isn't without justification. Listen, situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Put on the show. Oh, why did it have to end like this? What? Wen Zhou has fallen. This is not possible. What on earth happened? I could foresee losing either Yan Liang or Wen Zhou, but for both to have been slain, you fought well this time, Cao Cao. But this brings you no closer to matching our might. In the end, there can only be one victor, and that will be me!
Winning the first battle bodes very well for our side, but overcoming their greater numbers will prove to be difficult. This is not where we will strike the final blow. We will pull our forces back for now. This was a great victory, and it is owed to your wisdom and strength.
We are humbled, but it is not yet over, my lord.
Aye. We've swatted away some of their troops, but the flow of the battle has not yet shifted.
It looks like Yuan Shao is continuing his march south. They will overrun us if we do not intercept them.
To defeat a large army, we must first take advantage of the terrain. We will draw back the front line to Guandu. There, we shall make our stand against Yuan Shao.
Zuluan, it's been too long. So it really was you. I never would have expected this. But why didn't you tell me where you were? What are you saying, Zuluan? Don't tell me you've forgotten who I am. You won't answer? Or maybe you can't. Then it's true. You really have forgotten everything. Well, I suppose I should have known. If you had your memories, you wouldn't have allied yourself with Cao Cao, the usurper of the Han. You have forgotten your mission, your ideals, and the promises you made. And now you're floating aimlessly through life. Yet even so, you are unable to escape your fate as a guardian of peace. You submit to a higher power and act as a weapon for them, just as you did as a guardian of peace once before. Though this seems even more pitiful, Juha, what did she say to you in the end? Did she tell you to forget everything and live on? Or to pursue true peace? If you can't remember, then let me remind you. Juha is dead. You were there when it happened. And now you're living a carefree life, free from any memory of her death. Perhaps that is the greatest insult of all. Remember, Zuluan!
Are you crying? Go, Zuluan. Down your own path. Are you crying? I'm fine. Go, Zuluan. Down your own path.
I thought you had both died. I never imagined. I thought I was alone. Maybe I was being foolish, desperately clinging to a past that will never return. I have some advice for you, Zuluan. If you insist on following the Han and ally with Cao Cao, then I will not hesitate to stand against you once more. You must remember who the Han are to us. Well, the point may be moot if Cao Cao is crushed by Yuan Shao in the next battle. I look forward to seeing him struggle.
Chuha. I see. I had been wondering who she was, and why she chose to help you. It may be that the Chuha you saw was a mirage, created by your own sense of guilt. That seems to be the logical conclusion. Ziluan, I believe now is the time for you to face the real Chuha. You should figure out what it was that all of you staked your lives to accomplish. You, Chuha, Bailuan, and all of the Guardians of Peace. Don't you think you're underestimating me, Ziluan? I think you ought to place a little more faith in me. The key to unlocking your past is most likely the incense used by the Guardians of Peace. I investigated your village and went through just about every relevant text I could find. It took a great deal of time. However, I'm afraid the truth is crueler than you might imagine, Ziluan. I would understand if you wish to avoid learning the truth. That too is a valid choice. But if you do decide you want to unravel your past, it would be my duty as a doctor to offer my full assistance. That said, we had best try out the incense first of all. I will be rather embarrassed if it doesn't help you remember anything.
I heard something's about to happen in Guandu, and I do not like the sound of that. I heard something's about to happen in Guandu, and I do not like the sound of that.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that their weapon.
So you remember, we fought the government forces that came to purge our village, and were cut down. And now, you know. I am but a fragment of your memory, a mirage from your past, born of your deep, painful regret over having survived that day. I think I lived my life without regrets. Feeling guilty for our deaths only cheapens our resolve. So please, do not blame yourself anymore. From this point on, do not let your desire to atone for your past shape your future. Instead, be guided by your will to see your choices through. Now, go forth. You do not need to look back at us anymore. And thank you, Ziluan. Take care of Bailuan for us.
Good. It seems you were able to remember Chuha. That success is a weight off my mind. You did well. I officially pronounce you cured, which means my work is complete. Yes, there is nothing more to be done. Well, I haven't really decided just yet. That's sad. I've always thought of visiting the land where my father studied medicine. Perhaps now is the time. As for you, Ziluan, you will be fine without me. Now that you know who you are, you're free to live your life as you wish. My, how you've changed. Ziluan, you're nothing like you were when we first met. The old you would have never said such a thing. Back then you were a wild warrior, hurling yourself into battle heedless of your wounds. But yes, despite my teasing, our journey has been one of the most rewarding times in my life. I met so many people, all fighting to survive this chaotic era. On second thought, maybe I could linger for a while longer yet. After all, what better place to fulfill my duty? Well, I call it a duty, but it's a humble matter compared to the exploits of someone like yourself. I learned medicine from my father, and he from his father. Along with that knowledge, they passed down the ideal of healing the sick and aiding the wounded. Now that I'm of a certain age, it's my duty to pass that ideal on to someone else. Just as Chuha passed her dreams and ideals on to you. Which is a roundabout way of asking, would you let me travel with you a little while longer? Thank you, Ziluan. I mean, that is to say, I shall continue to be at your service and provide what help I can. Well,